So how do you find a publisher? Couple of different ways of doing this. Of course, you can just Google publishers near me. That's not necessarily going to help because publishers are cross-country, cross-continent. The first thing I'd recommend is getting a hold of the latest Writers and Artists Yearbook. I have one here, but I'm not going to show it to you because you'll see the date. I've got a very old one. Go and get the latest edition of the Writers and Artists Yearbook. That will serve you in the UK and Europe. If you're in the United States, Bowker has a similar publication, the Writers and Artists Yearbook. That lists all the publishers. And it also lists whether or not they accept direct proposals for books from authors. You probably know some publishers only accept proposals through agents. So you would have to find an agent who would then propose your book to a publisher. So that's the first point of starting. Writers and Artists Yearbook, or in the US, Bowker, have a similar publication. The other way, and this is slightly more sneaky, is to look on your bookshelf and think, where would I like my book to sit? Next to which author? Next to which topics? And pull a book off the shelf and find out who published it. And, if you like it, you like the look of it, you would be comfortable sitting on the shelf next to this other title, get in touch with those publishers. So shortlist 2 or 3 publishers and find out. It's listed in the Writers and Artists Yearbook. You'll find it on their website. We accept proposals directly from authors. That, in my view, is ideally the way forward. You don't really want to be trapped into something with an agent. There are always going to be exceptions, but our experience has been you can do this without an agent. Identify a publisher that doesn't need an agent. So, firstly, look at your bookshelf. Who are the authors? Where are the topics that most interest you? Where would your book sit on your bookshelf? Identify a publisher from that group of people and make contact with them. If you go to their website, you will find resources for authors. And they'll tell you exactly what needs to be in that proposal. And actually, it's stuff you've already thought about. Potential title. Who are the potential competitors? What other books out there are for the same readers that you want to serve? So I would urge you to be thinking, how can you get your book in front of those people? Incidentally, some people say, there are dozens of books in my area. There's nothing for me to say. Not necessarily true. If there are dozens of books in your market, what that tells a publisher is that this is a market that there are a lot of people who want books. So actually you have a great chance in a crowded market. Strange, but true. So now what you need to do in your proposal is sketch out what makes your book different. What unique research are you including? How have you built on the men and women who've written books before you? And of course, a lot of those books will be much older than the one you're proposing to write, which won't appear till next year. So actually seek out crowded markets, because then you've got a fantastic opportunity to show how your work is better, subtly different, distinctively different from the crowd. And don't be put off by the fact that there are other people in your market. If there is no one, seriously, no one in your market, I would doubt that, actually. I would question your honesty about, when you say there's no one who competes with me, that's almost never true. So forgive me if I've offended you. It's likely that there are books out there that readers could choose instead of your book. It's the old Michael Porter 5 forces. What could somebody do with their money rather than buy your book? Whose book could they buy? What other topic could they invest in? I'm getting off track here. How do you find a publisher? Writers and Artists Yearbook. Also look at the books on your shelf. Who do you want to be served by? What if you're not sure that a traditional publisher is the right move for you? Well, if you want to know whether to take control and to publish your book yourself by self-publishing, you need to watch this video right now.